It's 1:30, but it's also tomorrow, technically, since the last time I posted. So I'm back again. I'm going to read for you guys something that I wrote, I think, while I was in work release. It was in November of 2013. It's called My Freedom. Freedom. What is freedom? Well, in order for me to tell you about freedom, I have to first explain to you what is prison. Prison is what you see in the movies, and it isn't. In some ways, it is so much more, and in some, so less. Prison is being physically confined or bound. It is locked doors, fences, gates, razor wire, and shackles. It's plexiglass and plastic sporks and heartburn. It's eating things that you literally have to force down with a look of disgust on your face. It's never being alone and always being alone. And it's heartache to go with your heartburn. Prison is spades, pinochle, chess, and football. It's inspections and showering with other men in a disgusting bathroom where God knows what has been done. It's watching and listening to a homosexual on the toilet 3 feet away from you void himself of his lover's ejaculate while yelling at his quote unquote homegirl, "Ooh, girl, I got to get these babies up at me." Yeah, prison is giving, willingly giving the entirety of my 20s plus a few years to the state of Florida. It's slave labor, wasted time, regrets, and remorse. It's lying awake at night, head full of visions of past failures and mistakes, of the loved ones you let slip away, and even the ones who walked away, and of what the future might hold. It's despair and being resigned to it. Prison is criminals, addicts, burglars, dope pushers, and robbers of dope pushers, and yeah, even pedophiles. And you know what? A surprising number of them are damn good people, albeit with their heads screwed on a little crooked. Okay, a lot crooked in some cases. I might even be one of them. It's your dads, your moms, your grandfathers, your aunts, uncles, cousins, nieces, and nephews. It's your big brother and your baby sister in there. Prison is random strip searches and spreading your cheeks in front of 20 or 30 other guys. It's drug dogs panting in your face at 3 o'clock in the morning and never having the lights entirely out. It's fights, stabbings, rapes, and attempted escapes. It's hand washing another man's underclothes to support yourself. And let me tell you, some of those dudes stank. It's lockers instead of closets, bunks instead of beds, subpar medical care, and always having to worry about someone coming to take away your most prized possessions. Might be a thief, might be the correctional officers. Prison is bitching about overpriced canteen products, short, overpriced collect phone calls, and visits where you can only get one hug and kiss at the beginning and one at the end. And sometimes it's wishing you had those things to bitch about. It's group punishment for one man's actions, falsified disciplinary reports, and harassment. Prison is powerlessness. Prison is pride and shame. It's fear and aggression. It's love and hatred, loneliness and camaraderie. Prison is vastly different than anything a quote unquote free person could possibly imagine, and yet it's the same world they live in, only on a smaller scale. And that's just the tip of the iceberg. So, what is freedom? To some people, it's the absence of prison. It's being free to come and go, not having to sit through counts, using the bathroom whenever you want, and eating what you want when you want. It's family and friends, social events, weddings and funerals that you weren't forced to miss, and getting paid for your labor. For some folks, it's knowing they have options and choices, or perhaps that those choices determine their fate, and an acceptance of that fate in the light of such knowledge. For some, it's power, authority, and usually the abuse of it. For a great many, it's overcoming addiction. For others, it's financial security, a home, a car, a bank account, bills paid on time. It's buying your kids whatever they want for Christmas and never having to worry about the repo man. For some, it's free speech, free religion, the right to bear arms, and the right to assemble peaceably. It's life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness. Some people believe freedom is The sun on your face, the wind in your hair, crickets and bird song. Maybe it's hunting, fishing, or just floating on the open water. But to me, freedom isn't so tangible. It's not having to worry about any of that stuff. It's knowing that whatever comes, comes. And you just do the best you can with what you've been given or what you've chosen. It's peace and joy in the face of everything I've described, and hope now and for the future. Freedom, to me, is belief in yourself and a purpose to life, no matter how bad it may seem, and in humanity's inherent potential for good. Freedom is having authority and power and not needing it. It's grace, mercy, faith, and forgiveness. Freedom is love. Love for yourself, love for your fellow man, for the world in which we live, and for the God who created it. To me, freedom is Christ. And even in prison, I had freedom.